Hello, I'm Vanessa Kier. Welcome to my video on Evergreen Links for authors. So, maybe you are wondering, what is an evergreen link? Well, if you think about an evergreen tree, it's always green. In data terms, evergreen means it's always relevant. So maybe you've heard of the term evergreen as applied to blog posts. People will talk about having evergreen content. And what that means is that the content will still be relevant in several years, instead of having information that will be dated as soon as the technology changes in a month or so. In terms of an evergreen link, we're talking about a link that does not need to be changed because it points to another link that is more easily updated. Huh? Say what? What are you talking about, Vanessa? I don't understand. Alrighty, let me give you an example. My book War Retaliation, which is book 4 in my war series, is coming out later this year. It is on pre-order at some, but not all, retailers. So for those places where book 4 is already on pre-order, there's no issue. I can just put a direct link in the back of book 3 or in any of my other also buy this author lists in the back of my ebooks. But what do I do about those places where it's not on pre-order, but people have read book 3, they're interested in buying book 4? How do I make sure that they don't get lost? Because I don't have a retailer link to direct them to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create an evergreen link, and that will go in the back of book 3. How? Well, I'll need to use a WordPress plugin or a short link service to create my evergreen link. But that's not what this video is going to cover. I'll talk about those options in the upcoming videos. For now, let's continue with that example. So, what do we do for those retailers where the book is not yet live or on pre-order? Well, I create a link in book 3 that I'm going to call mynewbookevergreen.com. And when the reader clicks on this link, it's going to take the reader to a page on my website called mynewbookwebsite.com. And then once the reader is on my website, they're going to see an option to sign up to be notified when the book is available for purchase. This is the page I've created on my website for book 4. You can see I have a pre-order it now section that has the links to the retailers where it is available for pre-order. And then the reason I'm having the evergreen link send them to this page is this paragraph down here that tells them if they want to know when the book becomes available at other retailers to go ahead and join my mailing list. So that way, hopefully, I can stay in touch with them until the book comes out. Once the book becomes live everywhere, I don't change the link in book 3. It's still going to be mynewbookevergreen.com. But in this case, what I do is I go into the dashboard for whatever service I'm using to create the evergreen link, and I just change the associated URL in that software. I don't actually have to go into book 3 and update it. The reader clicks the link, and now the link takes the reader to the retailer, mynewbookevergreen.com. Time is saved because I did not have to update the link in book 3, then upload the updated book to the retailer. And this really saves you time if you're including your new books on the list of also by this author in every ebook you have. So you only have to go to one spot to update the new URL. And you're not having to update and upload the ebooks to the retailers because that would take a lot of time. But updating the evergreen link takes next to no time at all. So here are some other uses for evergreen links. If you are currently distributing through a third party, such as Smashwords or Draft2Digital, but think you might go direct at some point, you can create an evergreen link That way, all you have to do when you start going direct to, let's say, iBooks, is update the URL in your Evergreen dashboard. If you might change your website address, such as moving from WordPress.com to a self-hosted site, again, if you're using an Evergreen link, it's easier to just go through your dashboard and make the necessary changes. So basically, you want to use an Evergreen link in any situation where the data in the URL might change. So even if you're not anticipating it, maybe somewhere down the line you might end up changing the book's title. So I tend to use Evergreen links in all of my also buys, just because I never know if I'm going to change the information, and because I'm also using a link maker that also provides me tracking in addition to being able to update the URL. So where else might you want to use your Evergreen links? Well, a really great place to use them is on your printed marketing material. And as long as the wording is generic, something like check out my latest book, you don't have to reprint the material each time you have a new book if you have used an Evergreen link. So maybe you have a QR code, and behind the QR code is your Evergreen link, or you could just print your Evergreen link on the marketing material, and then you don't have to reprint it when you have a new book. All you do is you go into your Evergreen link dashboard and update the URL with your new book. Same thing with social media posts. So if someone comes across a really old link, they'll get directed to the updated URL. And on blog posts, your own or guest posts, again, if somebody stumbles across a really old post you did on somebody else's website, you'll want to have them redirected to the most recent URL. So in summary, an Evergreen link is what you use when you want to point to a URL that you know will change or has the potential to change. As often as necessary, you can update the URL that your Evergreen link points to by simply going to your dashboard, thus avoiding having to locate every place you use the link and making the update at that individual site. Next time, I'm going to talk about using the redirection WordPress plugin to create your Evergreen links. Until then, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below this video. You can also follow me on Facebook at The Writer's Tech Stop, on Twitter at vkier_tech, or on Pinterest, also at The Writer's Tech Stop. And of course, you can find me at my website, thewriterstechstop.com. I hope you found this helpful, and until next time, happy writing. Bye.